What are some terrifying human body facts? You can get an aneurysm at any time no matter how healthy you are. Tumors can have hair and teeth. I think I've worked for a couple of them. Locked-in syndrome is a thing. The affected person is fully aware and unable to move anything except their eyes, unless they get total locked-in syndrome, which paralyzes the eyes too. All our bodies are fighting off blood cancer all the time. Immune system kills spontaneous blood cancer cells every day. https://www.medicalnewstoday.com/article/2720092. Your body will dull the pain until you get somewhere safe, at which point all hell breaks loose and you finally realize you're severely hurt. You can have a stroke and not even know it unless you have a brain scan. Lots of little mini strokes you don't even know about till boom, one kills you. If you are unlucky enough, you could lose your ability to fall asleep at all. I think it's called fatal insomnia. It starts as regular insomnia that gets worse and worse until sleep medication doesn't do anything anymore. You never sleep again. There's no cure. All you could do is wait for one of the slowest deaths ever. It's possible to vomit feces. Bowel obstruction, ileus. The mouth is by far the dirtiest part of anyone's body. Even more than the anus. Although rare, it's possible to contract a brain-eating amoeba, scientifically known as Naegleria fowleri, from inhaling untreated tap water, i.e. from your shower. Death after infection occurs 97% of the time. I don't know why, but I find it kind of freaky that the heart never stops pumping. Like from the moment we're born to the moment we die, it's just a constant movement. I noticed this after my abdominal surgery. When I turned over in bed, my gut seemed to fall from one side to the other. Mentioned to my doc and she confirmed it was my bowels rearranging themselves. Anesthesia awareness is a very real possibility. You can be aware and in pain during surgery but unable to move. It's also possible that you may not remember it happening until you start having flashbacks and nightmares about it. Your muscles are far more powerful than you think. There is just a governor of sorts that prevents you from going full strength, because your muscles would break your bones. There are certain nerve agents that can turn this governor off and literally kill people with bone-breaking muscle contractions. You can experience such a traumatic brain injury, physical trauma, stroke, illness, to the point where you are still capable of consciousness, but lose the ability to distinguish faces, including those of your loved ones. The condition is known as prosopagnosia. https://www.ncbi.nlm.nih.gov/book/nbk559324. You can get vitiligo at any time. I am in my early stages and I can't do anything about it. Just watching my skin lose color. Well, just this week there was a woman, local, in her late 20s who died of a toothache. She had posted on FB about needing a dentist over the weekend and decided to wait till Monday. Sunday morning she was gone. The infection went to her brain. If your Achilles tendon ruptures/snaps, it sounds like a gunshot and is incredibly painful. Thrombocytopenia // it is extremely low platelet count. What causes it? A million things. What are the symptoms? Tiny purple spots on bruising and you feel tired. What does it mean when you have it? You can bleed to death internally from bumping against the counter. My doctor told me I could literally bleed to death from a paper cut. But I'm feeling much better now. The fastest killing virus takes around 4 days to kill you. That would be Ebola. Your immune system can kill you in 15 minutes. Prions. Just prions, man. Google them or don't just prions. Pancreatic cancer could be growing for decades before suddenly shows itself with painless jaundice. From that point could have less than a year to live. Your immune system can get rid of your bones. and your red blood cells, including hemoglobin. Why does your immune system do this? It feels like it. I have multiple autoimmune diseases, and about 4 years ago my immune system just decided we didn't need bones, so now I have severe arthritis and osteoporosis, basically just for the lols. Thanks immune system. Your internal organs have nerve endings and can feel extreme amounts of heat. You can also burn internally from fire affecting an external part of you. Your internal body heat raises and it feels like searing hot pains in your organs while not being able to breathe. Your bones even feel it. Oh, and another thing, bone hurts when you try to scrape it. Cancer is a disease in which some of the body's cells grow uncontrollably and spread to other parts of the body. https://www.cancer.gov/about-cancer/understanding/what-is-cancer, cancer survival rates, https://www.nuffieldtrust.org.uk/resource/cancer-survival-rates, are the thing that will scare you. I am in there. Never Google your own condition. Bell's palsy. Totally random, rare condition where your nerve dies and one half of your face is paralyzed. Happened to me overnight. Thought I was having a stroke. Most recover in a few months, but some people never do. All of your bones are wet. Leaving this here for my fellow hypochondriacs, warning them to turn back now. If you laid somebody's large and small intestines perfectly straight on the floor, they would die. Your immune system doesn't know that your eyes exist. If they ever found out, they would destroy them. This is called immune privilege. Before opening this thread, I thought it was gonna be shit like your eyes are always seeing, even when you have them closed, they're still seeing, it's just too dark, not shit that's turned me into a hypochondriac. The number of bacteria on your body is about the same as your own body cells. We all have mites living in our eyelashes, they remove dead skin. I think, if I am not wrong, that your body has more bones when you're born than when you're an adult. It's like a built-in jigsaw puzzle. Nightmares can induce seizures. I'm a few threads in and I'm having a stoned panic attack because I'm reading these and very aware of my ribs. Commenting to come back tomorrow. There's shit inside of all of us. A thing I didn't know until it happened this last summer right after I turned 30. You can just develop epilepsy. And the type of seizure and where it happens in your brain affects what happens during the seizure. And not all seizures are the go unconscious and shake kind. You can be aware during them. It was already mentioned in another comment, but SUDEP, sudden unexpected death in epilepsy, is where you just go into a seizure and never wake up. And people who have seizures in their sleep are most at risk. There are skeletons in your body right this moment. After a minor injury, like a sports injury, sprained ankle, or small bone fracture, it is possible to develop acute compartment syndrome. Muscles are surrounded by tissue, fascia. When swelling occurs, intracompartmental pressure rises, because fascia do not stretch. Blood can no longer reach the tissue, so no oxygen supply. No oxygen means the death of tissue. Necrosis can occur in as little as 3 hours. This can result in amputation of the limb or death.